What is up, you awesome people? Hope you've been amazing. As always, you guys are the best. And today we go into Obi-Wan's exile and how in reality, if we look deeper and closer, it was Sidious who saved Obi-Wan's life, or by then, Ben Kenobi's life. Everyone remembers Order 66. It nearly wiped out the Jedi, but the biggest failure came when Vader failed to kill Obi-Wan, and not only that, but he suffered multiple horrible injuries. Once that happened, Vader had nothing in mind for more than a decade than to just find and kill Obi-Wan. Nothing. He was so obsessed with finding out where Obi-Wan was hiding that it hampered on his missions. You see, it was the biggest pet peeve of Sidious that Vader was not focused at all on growing the Empire's might and power in the beginning, more so in Legends material. In canon through the Dark Lord of the Sith series, we see that while sometimes the idea of finding Obi-Wan went through his mind, he mostly was preoccupied with gaining more power for himself, like bleeding his crystal and building himself a new castle on Mustafar and so forth. But in Legends, there are many times where Vader left his Imperial duties and obligations just to go after Obi-Wan, find him and destroy him once and for all. Well, that's when Palpatine comes in. Even though Sidious didn't succeed in killing Yoda, the Jedi Master escaped after all, the biggest threat to the Sith no less. Sidious wasn't bothered by that in the slightest. We never heard Sidious get obsessed with finding the Jedi, and especially Yoda. The only thing he did really was put out a bounty on Yoda's head. No, the Emperor was completely enthralled in expanding the power of the Empire. He wanted to occupy to the ends of the galaxy. Now, you can imagine that his biggest problem was, of course, an unfocused Vader. Not even 6 months after Order 66, Vader was baited like a fool by surviving Jedi, who leaked false information that Obi-Wan Kenobi was hiding out in the tunnels of Kessel. This led to Vader almost getting killed by 8 Jedi Masters and Knights if it wasn't for the 501st coming in the last minute. Previous to Vader leaving for Kessel, Palpatine even took the time to talk to Vader and explain to him that Obi-Wan doesn't matter right now. All he should be focused on is their newly formed Empire. Work on improving it instead of chasing forgotten Jedi like Kenobi. It didn't happen. After the whole Kessel debacle, Vader again was baited to go for surviving Jedi on the planet Autovan 12. Here's the crazy thing. Vader was assigned to specifically protect an Imperial base located on the planet from the natives, but immediately upon arriving, he was baited by 2 surviving Jedi to leave the factory and hunt them down. The problem with this is that it was a trap, obviously. The Jedi just wanted to lure Vader out, and once he returned back to the factory, he found the entire facility destroyed completely. And as luck would have it, Sidious had just landed at that very moment and saw Vader's failure up close. He was so infuriated with Vader that he gave him the perfect punishment. He left Vader on the planet with no means of transportation or anything. He was basically imprisoned on this planet for a long period of time until someone came back for him. Sidious started punishing Vader severely for his Jedi obsession. He needed to leave the past alone and live in the present to take care of their new empire. It took Sidious putting his foot down finally for Vader to stop chasing Jedi. He just accepted that he won't be able to find Obi-Wan, but if there ever was a way, it was through the Empire's expansion, is how he ultimately accepted things. Sidious finally came through to him, and by that logic, I think that it's actually fair if we say that it was Palpatine who saved Obi-Wan's life. Stay with me here. I theorize that if Vader continued to be persistent without nobody stopping him and with the limitless resources of the Empire in his disposal, the chances are high that he might have located Kenobi on Tatooine and killed him instantly, and therefore the hopes that the Jedi would ever rise up again. What do you guys think of this scenario? Thanks a lot for watching, of course, and if you enjoy, guys, leave a thumbs up and hit that bell to get notified the moment a new video is up. Have an awesome day, my Star Wars friends, and may the Force be with you always.